So today we are going to discuss about potentiometer. So potentiometer is the device which can measure potential difference. So this is a sensitive device by which we can measure very small potential difference, whatever it may be. So this is very accurate one, very sensitive one. Some other usages are also there that we have to discuss afterwards. In actual one, we are having this type of potentiometer, like 10 wires are there, 1 meter each. They are arranged in this way, parallel way, and they are connected in this way so that the whole become a single wire, and the total length will become 10 meter. So practically we prefer this one in order to increase the sensitivity. That is, a very small potential difference can be measured by this type of, this we call 10 wire potentiometer. But to understand the theory, we will use this type. So here this point A and B, actually it is of 10 meter long, so we are making this one like this. It may be 10 meter or it may be 1 meter or 5 meter, whatever it is given. So it may be like this, point A and B. The main circuit of this potentiometer will be this one. This is fixed, this part is fixed. This part will keep on changing according to different applications. This part will change, but this part will remain always same. This is the EMF cell of EMF E, and suppose internal resistance is R dash. This is the key, and here this is the variable resistance. Here we can use any rheostat or can be resistance box we can add here. This is another cell of EMF E, and internal resistance suppose R is there. While connecting, we have to take care the positive terminal of this cell connected to point A, then positive terminal of this also should be connected to point A. If it is reversed, purpose will not be solved. Other thing is, this E must be much more than E. That is, this EMF of this source must be much more than this source to be measured or to be compared, whatever it is. So suppose the length of this wire potentiometer is L, capital L we have taken, maybe 1 meter, maybe 10 meter, whatever it is, and the resistance of this wire is R. This wire, which is we call resistance wire, it is not connecting wire, means it is not copper wire. This wire is of manganese or Eureka or constantan, which has got some resistance. So generally 4 ohm per meter, that type of wire we are using. So if we are using 10 meter long, that means 40 ohm resistance will be nearly. If we are using 1 meter, 4 ohm resistance will come. So whatever resistance, suppose it is R, then resistance per unit length, that will be R over L. Sometime you will be given this one, rho will be given, and the unit of rho will be ohm per meter or ohm per centimeter, like that it will be given. Now what will be the current drawn from this source? So current drawn from source of EMF E. This I will be how much? E by total resistance of the circuit, that is R plus R dash plus small r dash. So this is the total resistance. So this is the current drawn from this source. At this point, if branching of current does not take place or any current is not added to this, then this place also same current, otherwise from here to here current may change. But this part this part will remain same current everywhere, that is I. Now what is potential difference across this potentiometer wire? Across potentiometer wire. This V will be I into R. So this I here and R will be of this one only. So it can be ER over R plus R dash plus R dash. Now the potential gradient of the potentiometer this V, we say it will be V over this total length. V is this much. So for sensitive potentiometer, this V should be small and L should be large. That is, very small potential difference can also be measured, that we call sensitive. So to increase sensitivity, V must be small and L must be large. So if we are taking 10 meter long wire for the same potential difference, naturally it will be more sensitive. So this way we can, now if this galvanometer terminal is connected to point J, suppose this jockey is connected here, this is the point which is at a length L from this point A, then what will be the potential difference across this length? So potential difference across length L of the potentiometer wire, that is potential difference between A and J, or this VA minus VJ. How much will come? So this is I into resistance of this wire, and resistance is rho into L. Resistance per unit length is rho, so resistance of this AJ wire will become rho into L. That means suppose this potential difference we are writing V dash, so this is rho I L. Now there are three possibilities. If this V dash become more than E, or V dash become less than E, or V dash is equal to E. If V dash become more than E, E is the EMF of this cell. So if V dash is more than E, what will be? Here this potential difference more, so some current will pass through this. So naturally some current will start passing through this. So here current will become I minus I, and here will be I. Again here it will come I. because branching will take place here, and again it will join. So here current will pass through the cell of EMF E, this particular cell. And if current is passing through this one, what will be? The galvanometer will show this right side deflection. Towards right. We have connected correct way. If the positive terminal of galvanometer is this side and negative is that side, okay. So then only. Now second case may be if this V dash is less than E, that is this potential difference become less than this. In that case, what will be? The current will be drawn from this place. Means this cell will start giving current, and here current will increase. It will become I plus I. And again here it will become I only, because this I will pass through this one. And galvanometer will show deflection in left side. So in this case, current will be drawn from the cell of EMF E, and hence galvanometer will show left deflection. So now we will get deflection left side. That is, if you keep jockey moving, when it is very close, naturally this potential difference will become less, so you will get left side deflection. You keep on moving very far, galvanometer will show right deflection. There will be only one point or one place where galvanometer will show no deflection, and we have to always find that place only. So in the third case, what will be? So third case is V dash is equal to E. That is, this rho IL is equal to E. In this case, what will be? The current will neither be drawn from the cell, the smaller one, nor current will pass through this cell. So result, no current will pass through this, and galvanometer will show straight like this. So here also same I current will pass, everywhere it will be current passing, but here no current will pass. So current will neither be drawn nor will pass through cell of EMF E, and hence galvanometer will show no deflection. And this only we have to find. We have to adjust the jockey position so that we are getting null point. And therefore what will be, when there is no deflection, in galvanometer, this E will be equal to rho I L. This is the basic principle of potentiometer. So we are measuring the EMF. This is the potential difference between point A and J, which is equal to EMF, because this is the terminal voltage of the cell without drawing any current. We are not drawing any current from the source cell. If you are connecting a voltmeter, simply suppose you are getting this cell and you are connecting a voltmeter here, what will happen? The voltmeter, whatever resistance may be, it will draw some current, whatever current may be. That means we are measuring terminal voltage, not the EMF, because we are drawing some current. So if we are measuring EMF by voltmeter, always there will be some error. But if we are using this potentiometer to measure EMF, there will be no error. So this potentiometer can measure potential difference or terminal voltage or EMF very accurately without giving any error. So this is the basic principle of potentiometer. Next we shall see the applications. Different applications are there of potentiometer in our syllabus. Two are there: comparison of two EMF and the determination of internal resistance of the cell. In next class we will see. Okay, thank you.